Hello everyone, happy Saturday and welcome in. Hello to Azzy, Rai and Kanashi, thank you for being here right at the start. First of all, can we look at this? What has happened to this game's menu? But welcome to Sims everyone. We are bringing back a crowd favorite from when I last streamed. Back when we were doing Sims. It's basically a format involving everyone here. So I'm involved, you're involved, your pets are probably involved in some way. It's called Build Roulette. Basically, you need to, I should say we need to create a build together. So I'm in charge of, well, executing it, let's say. And what I would like for all of chat to do actually is to come up with some ideas. So how we did it in the past was that, like this was back on Twitch when there was a way to actually submit things using points and stuff. But we'll do it simpler on YouTube. Basically, if you have any random concept or theme that you'd like to include in our build roulette, feel free to just leave in chat for the next few minutes. We'll do it for, let's say, about 10 minutes, just while everyone's coming in. It can be something generic, just like, oh, Rai, do you have your list of thingies? I wrote it somewhere, but it can be something as basic as, say, like Red House. It can be something more specific, like a fast food restaurant, all sorts of things. The idea is that we will then put it on a wheel, and we'll spin it to decide which one we do. Once we decide on a theme, then everyone in chat can actually keep contributing to that specific theme and like come up with backstories as to why we're building it, what the theme is, the characters perhaps that run this place. Oh, I should have prepared this in advance. Let's bring up the last time we actually attempted a video like this. Uh-oh. Fun times with Sims. When you click out of the window, the music stops. Where is it? Here we go. So this was actually a roundup of the last time we... I hope this is clickable. Yeah. The last time we... Oh, actually... Hold up. I have window capture. We can show it on screen. It's clearly not prepared for this. How do we theater mode, window capture? There we go. Okay, so the last time we worked on a build roulette challenge, this is actually just a quick summary of all the random options that people in our chat kind of suggested. So this is a sense, in case you're wondering what sort of things you can suggest. We were added to the wheel, and then we actually ended up doing a... Do we have a summary of it? A high street cafe that looked a bit like this. And then like people in chat actually came up with the backstory of the owners of the cafe. And like it came up with this two characters called Claude and Didi. I forgot, one of them plays the piano or something, but the video kind of explains it all. But that's sort of the idea of how Build Roulette is gonna work. So what's a Gnosis village? It was some kind of inside joke in like on our chat back in the day. I do not actually remember what it is, but I think it's along the lines of I don't remember. I just remember on one of the build roulettes we did, it was some kind of Halloween haunted house thing, like an abandoned house, and then I was trying to place down one of the ghosts, and then it somehow just appeared right in front of the screen and took up the whole screen, and I got a jump scare from it, so that was fun. Okay, hold up. So, like, while we are doing all this, right, let me actually keep track of all of the things we're doing. Oh, actually, Rai, do you mind? Can I send you a link? Hold up. Because I realize now that each time I... Okay, this is what I have so far. Each time I click out of the window, the music stops. So I was gonna do it myself, but if you don't mind just helping me add on to the list I sent you. If you see in chat, thank you. Also, hi Benny, thank you for being first. Thank you for being so early and on time. No, I'm just kidding. Oh dear. Okay, so let's just catch up with chat very quickly. Yeah, we're gonna let this like intro bit drag on for a bit so that everyone can get their ideas in. You can submit more than one, by the way. So, just as a summary, right now we have antique shop, solid color build, shipping container home, off-the-grid house, micro home, graveyard cemetery, wedding venue. I should actually... Oh... You see, there's no way for me to... Oh, I guess that works. Okay, we'll just do that. That's what we have on the wheel right now. I can't add to it, but yeah. Okay, so what do we miss? What do we miss? So yeah, Ezzy has come up with a brilliant story already. So you have like Beverly Buttress. I'm guessing that's the name, right? Is a spinster from the country, moved to the city. So there's all of those things. And then do we have anyone else? The menu is ugly, so bright you had to get a menu override. It's definitely a change. I don't hate it in isolation. I feel like with the branding that they're trying to go with, it's fine. It's just that, because I was testing the game to make sure everything was running right, and the contrast between everything on the menu screen, which we'll show again in a bit, versus the rest of the game just doesn't feel right. Like, it's very confused. But, well, I mean, this is the how many of time they've changed the menu at this point, so they're probably gonna come up with a new one soon. You meant... you really like the off-the-grid house? You meant shipping container home? It could be an off-the-grid shipping container home, technically. One is a retired cop from what you remember. Was that Claude? I can't remember. Like, Dee Dee was definitely the piano player. You really love a pet store for foster animals. Oh, that could almost be like a follow-up from... I did a pet wellness center once, which was basically a hospital, but it was like a crazy underground sort of thing. Oh, I should say, okay, because my track record of building in the game, right, is that we tend to leave it for way too long and then I just end up doing it for 5 months. So my thing that I'm trying to hold myself accountable to is that let's try and finish each build within about 2 to 3 streams at most. I ideally want to keep it to 2 streams, but I don't want to like force myself to do it if I need that extra stream. So basically a build that can be done within 1 to 2 streams. A ghost gnome. Oh, a ghost gnome. Yes. Okay. I think it was. Yeah. Comic book store. Ooh, that's interesting. We can talk about how the Green Lantern will be placed in the Marvel section of the comic book store. Must have been Claude with the retired cop. I think so. Yeah, like the video explains it all. There was a whole paragraph explaining who was who, and then all of the build was revolving around that. So that's the similar concept that we're gonna try here. Okay, so once again, everyone here can place more than one idea. We'll just be adding it to the wheel, and then we'll see which one it lands on basically. And by the way, like, don't worry if your idea isn't chosen. The idea is that we will keep the list of like ideas on the wheel for future build roulettes. Plus, it also is just a general resource of inspiration for anyone who wants to be like building in Sims or any other creative game that you play. Like, feel free to just refer to this wheel, and if you want to build something that's on the wheel, do it and then share it with us on our Discord. Haha. Smooth segue to our... Oh wait, no, I say smooth. I don't think the link works. No, hold up. I've messed up. I forgot to update my link. Hold up. Let's do... Can I... Sorry, like, I would, like, I would let Rai handle it. The problem is, I'm the only one that can do the copying of the link. So, I need to go and fix it, basically. Use copy button. Hold up. Copy. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's fine. Basically... This is not going well, everyone. There's no music. There is no Discord link. Let me just do this. No music, no Discord link, no streamer mode in Discord. And then... I don't know if you can actually. Let me know. Maybe you can give it a go and try. Like whether you can generate an invite link. If you can, I will leave it to you in the future. A cheap shop which would have a second-hand store for little roulettes. We need context of this basically, which is that back when we were playing Minecraft together on the same server, Rai built this egg-shaped shop with a chicken sitting on top on the server. And if it ever gets selected, we will show you what it is. Your daughter recently has been watching Bob's Burger. What about Burger Shop? Oh yes, Burger Shop. I will say... Okay, hold up. Since you brought up this whole like Burger Shop thing, I need to find it. Is it here? Cause there was a period of time when I was kind of trying to get back into making content, right, for Sims. It never worked out. So from the time I stopped streaming last till we restarted streaming in the last few months, right? There were many like stop and start situations. I actually did build a fast food restaurant thing. Where is it? Here. Okay, the Burger Shack. So we can still do it. It's just that I will have to build differently from this style. Hello, Granny. Welcome in. And Rai can't copy the invite link. Okay, I need to look into that because by right, you should be able to do that. Okay, but yeah, so this was the burger shop that never got turned into a video. And yeah, so like, oh, also context for people who play Sims. I do use CC, but I keep all of the what was that? What was that? I do keep it to a set list of creators to keep it compatible and like easy. But basically, this was a build inspired by Shake Shack. So there's like an outdoor area and like a little bar. There's a second layer of seating on top. And then when you go in, thankfully all of the CC still works. There is like a little indoor area with air conditioning. There are these self-ordering kiosks and screens, which are custom content. All sorts of fun custom content. This was some very specific like content pack that was designed around fast food. Like there will be a bit of glitching here, but there's even burgers and chicken nuggets as like props, so that's kind of fun. So we can still do burger shops. It will have to be like different. Right, what's happening? The mod is modding herself. Oh dear me. Okay, yeah, but so... Sorry, no music. Also, do you hear the bird in the background? So interesting. Like, I have no idea what bird that is. But I have the window open just cause it's been here. Like, usually I'd have to have my air conditioning on. Otherwise I can't stream. But it's been okay. I say that now, I feel like I'm a little bit, like, warm already, so we might have to switch it on again. What was it? Burger Shop by Azzy, right? Burger Shop by Azzy. And you can't stay long, you have to get up super early for Australia. No worries, Granny, as long as it's lovely to have you regardless, no matter how quickly or slowly, quickly or... Okay, never mind, I'm not on my game either, just English relevant words. Oh dear me. Okay, last calls. Granny, would you like to like suggest anything to add to our wheel? If not, I will probably like spin it soon and then we can get going. Have we missed anything, by the way? So I have the burger shop added, we have the comic store. If you don't see your like suggestion on this list, please let me know before we spin the wheel and I will make sure to add it. And also, while we are just like waiting for this to populate, just very quick housekeeping note. So we are still on our way to like meeting the requirements for YouTube memberships and stuff. I think it's going to be quite a long way to go. But in the meantime, what I thought I'd do is actually restart my Ko-fi page. I don't even, like, do you call it a Ko-fi page? I don't know, but basically, if you've never heard of Ko-fi coffee, whatever you pronounce it as, it is basically a, like, think of it as Patreon, sort of like YouTube memberships. Thank you, Rai. Oh no, we posted it at the same time. Okay, at least it only just does it once. Thank you. It's sort of like YouTube memberships and Patreon, but it's on its own page. And the good thing about it is that it is actually one of those like platforms where they don't actually charge as high of a platform fee as places like YouTube and Twitch. So they only take up to 5% of the revenue, I think. So definitely in terms of supporting creators and stuff. Streamer mode's not activated. What's happening? Do not disturb, let's do that. Okay, yeah, so it's a platform that basically like offers more of the revenue share instead of it going like to Jeff Bezos and his pockets. The other thing is also it's like another way of supporting platform independence. So I mean, we've seen recently with some of these platforms disappearing from certain regions, like with no prior notice and stuff, right? So it does help creators to kind of give them a bit of diversity so that if one platform doesn't go down, if one platform goes down, I should say, English, my brain, they don't get tied down to like a single platform for all of their stuff. So again, Like, this is just an option, not an expectation, but if you would like to support, like, the channel and stuff in that way, that option is now available. So, just to, like, let everyone know, basically. Vineyard by Granny. Okay, thank you. Is this inspired by your recent little anniversary trip? Because we can have a little helicopter, like, what's it called? Like a helipad or something? So it could be a vineyard plus like a building that basically allows you to take off in helicopters. Shall we do that? Okay, but I think that's where we're gonna... Oh, a Warhammer shop. Sorry, I didn't get that either. Okay, so last one. Okay, and I think we'll leave it at that. So thank you everyone for all of your suggestions. Let us... So I'm gonna like... times it by 3. Oh. Granny! Literally right away. Also, that works. Lovely. Thank you so much for your subscription. Really appreciate it. I don't know, like, just wondering, right? Did you type any message on it? Because I don't know whether the alert is supposed to read out the message. So we'll go with there was sound to start with. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Granny. Oh, dearie me. Okay, and while Granny is doing that, so basically, for each time we spin the wheel, we are gonna times everyone's options by 3 just so that it's kind of like there's more options. We're gonna shuffle it. So I'm just gonna do this. And then, are we ready? So we're just gonna click it, and then whatever it lands on is what we have to build for this series. So, if we're ready, here we go! And I chose this very, like, weird, glitchy music as well. Because why not? Oh, what's it gonna land on? What's it gonna land on? Oh no, it might! Oh no, please no, I don't know what to do with a... Oh no! Oh no! It's a graveyard, it's a cemetery. Which, by the way, right, I feel like cemeteries... Is cemetery spelt that way? It doesn't look right for me. Oh dearie me. Okay, we're building a cemetery. We are already dead, is basically the... Oh dear me, thank you to everyone who suggested the, like, all of your things. I will put it somewhere in my Discord so that you can still refer to that list of ideas in case you kind of want to build any of these things on your own. Oh dearie me. Okay. So, let's go back to the main menu. And then, yeah, this is almost like a continuation of the last time do I even have it? Let's try and find it. Maybe I do have it somewhere. 2020 builds. Chuck a gnost. Oh dear me. Do we remember what the concept of it was? I feel like it was in Strangerville. Was it? What was the... Okay, wait, it was in my... We're going back to the video here. It was this thing. Rustic and spooky cabin in the woods. And I don't have an exterior shot of it, but we definitely had it somewhere. Granite Falls. Let's look. Granite Falls. Oh, it might have been Forgotten Hollow, actually. Let's look at here. No, it's not this. Granite Falls. Destination Worlds. There are so many worlds in this game now. Is it this? Oh, is it this? Oh dear me. I have not touched this game in so long. This is probably the first time in years that I'm building as well. Ooh, and it's stuck. It's stuck. I'm just gonna keep my mouse moving so that we don't, like, in case you're wondering, oh no, is the screen stuck? It's not. It's just... It's just loading. It's just loading. Oh dear me. Buying a virtual coffee was almost as long as getting a real one. Really? Is it this? No, it's not this. Whose is this? I think this was someone's community build. Was this yours, Kanashi? I feel like... I have no idea. No. No, this is not mine. I don't know whose it is. We'll find it. See, this is the worst thing, is that I don't have a good memory of my builds anymore. Is it this? Granite Falls Forest. No. Not you? Okay. I'll find it off stream. Maybe. Or do I give myself... Okay, we'll give ourselves one more chance to look for it. I think it might be in this one, 2021, because that was around the time I fell off streaming. So, I feel like it's this one. Granite Falls. Lakeside Retreat, Forest Hideaway. No, I don't think it's any of these, right? Glimmerbrook? Charm... Okay, no, this one's definitely yours, Kanashi. I remember this river thing. And Forgotten Hollow? No, I can't find it. Okay, I'll find it off stream and then I'll post it in Discord so that you have a sense of what that was. But for today, let's actually start with the 2023 builds, I guess. Okay, so Graveyard Cemetery, what sort of theme do we have? Like, is this the city council that is gonna create it? That's the fun about Build Roulette, is that now we get to actually come up with an entire backstory about what we're building. So is this commissioned by the city council? Is this some kind of mythical graveyard for fairies or something? Hopefully not, because I have no idea how to build in that. So fell off streaming, did it? I feel it actually kind of did. Like the burnout was not great. Oh dear me. Very funny, Granny. Okay, yeah, so I don't know, like let's come up with stories together. So who's commissioning this build? Are we just creating something that is meant for the community of the neighborhood? Like what do we think? Because my default would just to jump straight to a modern kind of cemetery, because that's modern contemporary builds are just my way of building. If I can even find any of the... Actually, no, okay, perfect. So everyone can, like, while you're coming up with the stories and stuff, I will look through my old builds. Perfect. Oh, fun with food. Oh my gosh, Bucks or Bust. Let's plays. I don't... This one? I don't know. But yeah, so there was the ghost, like, abandoned haunted house thing. There was also a spa. I also do not remember where it was from anymore. Like Windenburg, maybe? No, I think it was in the Japanese one, Mount Komorebi? No, it's not there. I have lost track of where everything is. It's there somewhere. A werewolf graveyard as a result of the war between the neighboring packs. And it's all but well maintained by both neighbors as a symbol of truce. You mentioned the ghost gnome. Gnome would be a werewolf chew toy. Oh my gosh, that would be so far out of my comfort zone with building. Let me look through and see. Okay, because we need to be realistic as well and see if we have the relevant packs, right? See, because I don't have werewolves as the game pack, so I'm wondering if I won't have enough items to like build with. We do have the, like, Realm of Magic, so that helps a bit with our build things. Oh, not this. A guitar definitely will not populate an entire cemetery, because you see, there's a lot of these sort of builds that we won't be able to use because I don't have this pack. Yeah, but reserve that, like, save that, take a note of that somewhere. We can keep that for when we, like, eventually get this pack. Gnome Graveyard. Okay, let's go along that direction. So is this like Snow White's little, like... I feel so sad thinking about it, like Snow White's 7 dwarves or something, and then like they turn into gnomes when they end their life. Okay, well, a Rockridge Canyon, I think. A larger plot. Will we actually... Okay, see, that looks quite cool. Like a nice little peaceful neighborhood. You have like the roundabout drop-off point sort of thing, and then you have a little space for a cemetery graveyard thing. Something like that, I guess. Or do we want to go smaller? I worry that this is too much space. Also, this just reminds me so much of when you made a graveyard before, Ryan, with your Redacted channel. That just reminds me of that now. Oh dear. Okay. So, oh, I hate that the music doesn't play when we're not in this game. So, let me very quickly look through Pinterest and let's do... Oh, it's gonna mess up my like feed though. So, this would be Modern Cemetery, right? So, I'm just going to go with something like this first, because a gnome could have a Modern Cemetery. These are definitely... Because I know everyone's assumption, like, our visualization of a graveyard would be the kind of like old school, like kind of medieval kind of thing. But I think I don't know how to build the Book of Life. Oh, okay, wait, hold up. Let's Book of Life. Book of Life. Oh, as in like it's a is it a movie just to confirm it? Look up Coco. Oh, actually, Coco is an interesting. I really like the art style of Coco. And the whole idea of it being like, the Day of the Dead kind of thing, the colorful, vibrant vibes. That's a possible option. Cause I would love that there is a place of rest for people that is also not light-hearted, but not so much about darkness and sadness. There's a certain like joy, not joy, but how do I phrase this? Basically, like a bit of colors, just not the whole usual interpretation of like death equals sadness. There's a sort of happiness that comes from reminiscing about people, sort of that, like that kind of angle. Coco art style. Let's go with this. So, I don't know if any of these would... Okay, no, this is more of like just art. Coco movie. Coco movie. So, basically... Oh, sorry. Here we go. This, right? If you haven't seen this movie, it revolves around like the Day of the Dead thing. But it does... It brings it out in such a vibrant, colorful way. And... I feel like this would be fun. Obviously, I do not want to appropriate like Mexican culture, because I do not like. I'm no way like related to any of this. So I would want to do it in a way that like still has elements of that positivity, but without being like, oh, we're just gonna copy and paste whatever Coco was, which will be an interesting kind of like challenge. I feel a fun graveyard, yeah. Yeah, just have concerts and every so often, like during Halloween, they'll have trick or treats. I mean, would that be a thing? Are there cemeteries that just run like trick or treat events? Oh, okay. This is the thing that I feel was very distinctive for me. Is this color scheme? The yellow, blue, pink, green, that sort of vibe. That was really cool. You can focus on the bright colors to focus on the vibrancy of life. That is true. That is true. Okay, celebrating ancestry. Oh, I like that actually. That could be a whole, like, generations of gnomes. Okay, how many gnomes are we doing? Are we doing like a cemetery of generic gnomes, or are these like founding fathers of the gnomes or something? So you know how some countries do that, where they will have like a memorial of their founding like leader or something? So are these just gonna be for generic gnomes to visit, or do we have like a leader, Sir Gnome, Madam Gnome? You want a party when you go for everyone because you won't be there. You want how do you even say that word? Gnomology? Gnomology. I guess we are going with gnomology. Okay, so back into the game. Here we go. Meanwhile, I'm gonna experiment with some building concepts. Okay, so it's been a while since I've played Sims, to be honest. I'm gonna have to remember a lot of these things. But one of the things that I always loved doing was actually playing around with roofs. And the whole idea of what Azzy was saying about the ancestry thing got me thinking about concentric rings, or like a repeating pattern to symbolize, like generation after generation, that sort of thing. So my initial thinking is... Oh, what calm music? Okay, so there's a lot you can do with the roofs in Sims. In case you've never played this game before, I realized like we have new people from the last time we played Sims. So in case like you've never played Sims before, there are lots of ways to do it. I just need to remember. Is it control? Oh, do we have any simmers here? Like, do we remember what that tool is to make the roof more complex? There's a certain shortcut key thing. Founding fathers and mothers. Oh my gosh. Look up gnomes in Gravity Falls. Oh, okay. So, gnomes, Gravity Falls. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So, How many gnomes? Do we have characters in mind? Thank you, Kanashi. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so there's a way to like complexify, let's say, this thing. So, basic concept first. Let's say that we do just the normal grass roof, right? And so an arch like this, and then the idea is you'd copy it multiple times to create the arches that symbolize like generation after generation. So you have that visual effect, if that makes sense. So you've watched Sims and never played. Oh, would it be something that like you would think of playing, Azzy? The good thing about Sims 4 now is that they, like, the base game is free now. So that's fun. So at least like if you are ever curious about wanting to play Sims, there is that option. And to think I learned those building tricks from you, I don't even know who I learned that from. Because there's so many of these tricks that The Sims doesn't really publicize. You just have to kind of like press random keys and you'll find it. But yeah, it's been that long. So there is the King of Gnomes and they all blend together to make a giant gnome. Oh my gosh, okay, hold up. I need to find where gnomes even are in this game now. Because they might be a debug item. Let's do gnome. Oh, there are too many things in this game. Gnome, okay. You played the PlayStation 2 version. Oh, I see. Okay, we have our gnomes. We have our gnomes. So, let's greet them all one by one. We have upside down gnome. He? They? Can't tell. Okay, they're just holding something basically. We have a happy gnome anniversary. We have a guardian of the gnome galaxy. These are horrible. Herb the posy protector. Oh, this is kind of like the one that you said, Azzy. And then we have onward the... It's on a chicken! It's on a chicken! Oh my gosh. Okay, we have a bear one as well. We have a standard gnome. We have Happy Gnome Garden Pal. Oh, that one's kind of cute. There's a sign for gnome arms. Upside down gnome is a functional table. What? Oh my... Does this go on forever? And then what happens if you move... Oh my gosh. And then you can... Hello everyone, welcome to the... Oh my goodness. Okay, good to know, good to know. No matter what, I'm still your baby. What is this? Okay, so these three look kind of similar to each other. We have Don't Fear, the What? Rignomper? These are terrible. Okay, we have Mr. Floppy. I'm sorry, but... Was everyone there during Rise? Was it 500 subscriber stream? And good old Benny was in his bunny like onesie. Oh my gosh, does it come in other colors? Hold up. Oh, it doesn't come in white. It doesn't come in white. Okay, and then we have a... Oh wow. Okay, this one's flamboyant and fabulous. And then, oh okay, this was the one that shocked us all. This one? So like what happened was, I think I was trying to place this down inside a cave or something to make it look like it was haunted. And I was doing this, right? I was at this angle or something. I clicked on it and then it went all the way like here instantly, like right in front of my camera. So I think you can tell. But basically, this is the gnost. So oh, there's this too. Oh my gosh, what's that? I'm guessing that's graffiti. Sure. Okay. We have Poolside Gnome. We have Strictly Business Gnome. And we have the Nudist Gnome. So these are all the characters we have that are gnome related. Would the clip still be on my old Twitch? It might be. I'll have to look. The VOD is definitely not there anymore, but the clip might be. If I find it. Because clips are supposed to be... I don't know if Twitch has changed since the last time, but clips are supposed to be permanent. So, we'll have to find it. Do we think what gnome they are is how they died? Oh, maybe. Because you know how there's that inside joke that Sims, like when Sims die, they turn to the color of their way of like their death as a ghost. So if you die by fire as a Sim, your ghost becomes red or something. Minecraft knew this gnome. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we do have quite a few here, right? Let's narrow them down to, let's say, 3 to 5 of these gnomes. I think straight away, the generic ones I will leave to one side. And of the rest of them, okay, and the ghost as well. The ghost is obviously going to be included already, right? So we have the rest of these. So, let me know your thoughts. Which ones you would like to keep? Because, straight away, I can imagine already. Okay, Gnomiversary, I'm not sure. This one is Death by Snoo Snoo. What's that? I could even think like maybe he died just by the cold. Maybe he tried to do this in the winter and then he froze to death or something. And so that's why it's a cube, because it's like ice cube. The one with the flower hat, the bunny. Okay, so some of the ones that have been mentioned, we will move forward. The flower one. I mean, the poolside one's easy just because that's a drowning accident, right? I kind of want the chicken one. The chicken one got murdered by giant chicken, I feel. Oh, clips found, clips found. Would you like to share it, Kanashi? Or have you shared it already? Oh yes, thank you, thank you. Oh my. Oh, and there was a face cam. This is no. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay, I just need to. Wow. Also, wow, my skin was so bad. So I used to have really bad like acne and stuff, and then I started taking medication for it, so it's gotten so much better. I have never seen my face since. So like looking back at it now, I'm like, wow, that was bad. Okay, but we're still gonna show it just because that was just a reality of my life in the past. I hope this is not too loud. Let's, oh dear. It's right on it as well. Hold up. There we go. So, that works, I guess? Theater mode, there we go. It happens instantly though, so I can't say anything, but basically this is what happened.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so there was a cave that we were building. There was a cave that was being built there, and we were trying to hide a... Oh my gosh, there was even a... Where is this one? There's that gnome too. Also, wow, look how neat and tidy my room used to be. If I were to show a camera of that exact shelf right now, it is nothing like that anymore. I had reasons to keep my room clean back in the day. Why is there a part 2? Oh no, there was a part 2. There was a part 2 because it happened again. So this was like literally 5 seconds after.
That has now become an iconic moment for this stream.
Oh my god, the face cam fell over. Oh, at some point we might have to consider doing face cams again. Yeah, so that was the chaos that we used to enjoy back on Twitch, back on Yo. Yeah, okay, so hopefully that doesn't happen again this time. Oh dearie me. No, I haven't seen my face back like at that time, because my skin is a lot better than that now, actually. So it's just the old scars that I've left behind, but there aren't any of those new like darker marks anymore. At some point we'll do like a face cam or a video, but yeah, so that was just interesting to see. There is a death by chicken with cottage living. Okay, well there, so chicken flower, well that is technically 5, right? We have 5, so if anyone would prefer a different one instead of the poolside, let me know. If not, this might be the 5. Oh, and then the Reaper might be just like a case of... I feel this is so appropriate for a humorous cemetery, because the gnomes are kind of comical as well, right? And then, I think we can blend a bit of everything. So there is the aspects of like the modern style building that I can like incorporate. We will try and make it slightly whimsical. So maybe, oh, like I want it to look like a colorful mountain or something. So I don't know if it was, let's say, this kind of pastel colors, and then the archers kind of bring you into the space, and then each zone is like represents that gnome's way of death, and they were the 5 founding members of the gnome society, that still exists today. The Reaper gnome. Okay, yeah. So we have these 6 basically. I will leave the rest over to one side, because if we want to, we can still incorporate them in some way. So there we go. I feel like the flamingo could be an entry. Can you imagine? Just like, it's almost like a gnome theme park. So it's like you have that at the entrance, and then the archers go, and it's an option. It's an option. And then we have the business one for the merchandise store. Because why not capitalize on death, you know? So we have all of that. Okay, and then we just put that there. Oh dear me. Okay, and with that we begin. So yeah, so feel free to keep adding on to this narrative, like the story. Maybe who runs this cemetery as well. And then we can keep it going. It'll be very fun to see where this goes. You're enjoying this far too much and then we'll get to sleep. No, Granny, please get some rest. The VOD will always be there. The VOD will always be there. Okay, so to kickstart this thing, let us... Okay, I wanted to have some slight hilly vibes, just because I picture gnomes are like mounds of dirt and stuff. I wonder whether this will overcomplicate our build, just because I don't remember how to use any of this, like the terrain manipulation stuff. Flatten terrain, terrain to height. What is this? Increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you can use the height slider as well? Okay. What does this do? Oh, right. Okay. This is slowly coming back to me now. Good night, Granny. Good dreams, sweet dreams. Hopefully, gnomeless dreams. Okay. So... I want to just experiment a bit with my archway first, right? Just so that we can make sure this arch works the way I'm hoping. Ooh, I don't even know how to do this. Dear me. It's been so long since I've played this game, and it's so funny because this used to be the literal bread and butter of my channel when we were streaming. The only game I would play is Sims. Right, and looking back at it now, I have no idea why I did that, considering how much, like, all of these streams involve creating. And when you only stream creative games, like, you kind of definitely risk yourself burning out, because, like, the fact is, there's only so much you can create before you need some time away from a game to, like, look for new inspiration, basically. And yet, here I was, just constantly trying to build non-stop every stream. But I feel like I'm quite glad I waited as well, because it almost feels like this is the first time in a very, very long time that I can go into Sims and feel just happy about playing it. I feel like from the point where I stopped streaming last, I couldn't go into Sims without thinking of the fact that I burnt out. And yeah, so I just never touched the game. Whereas now, I feel like this is the first time that I feel like excited to be trying this whole format again. Like seeing where this goes with like both previous, existing and new audiences. Because some of you obviously weren't here the last time I was streaming, right? But it's so interesting to see how it's gonna turn out. Can't speak for everyone, but you sure a bunch of us would have watched whatever we want to play. Thank you, I appreciate that, Galashi. And I wish I realized that too. I think I was... like, I put too many of my eggs in one basket with Sims, I feel. And I feel so much better about the slate of games that we get to play now on this stream. Because we have like Dinkum, which in itself has been such a revelation to uncover. There is City Skylines now that it works properly as well, and that has been fun to explore. I'm a bit mindful that we left it at 2 episodes again, but trust me, when I come back, like next week, we will do a 3rd episode. So that 2 episode curse will not continue. I promise. Okay. Yeah, funny, wonderful, no better. Thank you, Rai. I appreciate it. I try my best. And actually, it's kind of funny that like this is the concept or build that we ended up on. Also, sorry, barking neighbors. That we didn't have that last time I was streaming. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that we ended up with a like cemetery as the theme for this stream. Because I have had just like not the best last few days. Before anyone's being like, oh no, I'm sorry if someone just died in your life or something. It's not. It's the stupidest reason for me to have had like a like mere few days. So like my family's car of 15 years said goodbye to us yesterday. And we're not getting a new one, basically. And I don't know why, but I got very sentimental about the fact that like it was leaving us. So there's a whole context of it in Singapore as well, which is that like cars are expensive. You only have a set number of years you're allowed to own them before you kind of have to get rid of them because of a certain like government policy. So usually it's 10 years, right? But you have the option to extend it once to either 15 years or 20 years. So we did the 15-year option, and the price of this kind of like certificate of allowing you to drive the car, right, fluctuates based on supply and demand. So when we got the car, we were lucky that it was a really, really good price. And so like I'm quoting in like local currency, so you just have a sense of like compared to now how much it is, but you'll have to do your own calculations to understand it in your currency. We got our old car at like 50 something thousand. For context, I think $1 Australian almost the same as like Singapore dollars. To start with, 50,000 for a standard, it was like a Kia, in case anyone's wondering. $50,000 for a car like that to start with 15 years ago. So, and that's considered cheap, by the way. The reason why we're not getting a new car is that the equivalent car of that nature nowadays would cost you at least $170,000, which is not something that is realistic to afford. So, we couldn't replace it. So, yeah, and I think I got a little bit sentimental about it as well because I was like 12 when we got this car. So it was like one of the few constants in my life throughout the last 15 years because we've moved house since then. Like my childhood home no longer exists because it's been redeveloped. So that went like a few years ago, and then now this car is gone. And it's also the car that our family had when I got my driving license. So this is the first and so far only car that I've driven as a family car. So it's kind of that whole feeling of losing something that emotionally represented something for me. I think that feeling of, because I generally find cars interesting as well. It's like I don't really care about supercars and things, but just as a concept of like automobiles as a thing, I find fascinating. Like car design, interior design, all of these things. And so there was that to start with. And then adding on top the things of how like it was around for quite a long, like pretty much half my life at this rate, right? 15 years. Which might say more about how young I am versus anything, but yeah, so like 15 years through quite a like, not important, but it's quite a significant period of your life as well, like teenager, like going through your teenage years, becoming a young adult, getting that ability, like a life skill to be able to drive as well. And that car was kind of the thing that was there the entire time. So I think that's what hit me. I wasn't expecting it to affect me to that extent. And what made it worse was that, so basically the car was scheduled to leave us at when was it? 22 days ago. So Thursday at 4 p.m, right? And so I don't know, and I don't want to compare this to be like, say, the equivalent of grief when like a family member passes or anything, but when you have an expectation of like, okay, something's gonna happen at this time and I'll have to say goodbye, you kind of want it to just be like, okay, at 4 p.m. it happens and life is what it is, we move on, right? But the person who was meant to take our car away kept pushing back the schedule, and they didn't even do it before the time passed. They would, so for example, like 4 p.m. came around and nothing, no one was here. And at that time, you'd be like, okay, yeah, 4 p.m, fine. I mean, they might be late for a few minutes. We'll give them grace. 6:30 rolls around, and then, like, I go up to my parents being like, okay, where are they? They're supposed to be taking the car, right? And, like, they decided to call them. And only after we called them the first time, they were like, oh, sorry, yeah, we'll be late. Maybe at 10 p.m? Question mark? And I was like, okay, cool. Yes, and, cause I mean, basic etiquette, if you run a business, is that you would tell someone if you're not gonna be on a scheduled time, right? Because what if that person was, what if they took an entire day off work just to be there to be, like, to, send the car off, right? Because they would come and collect it at your house. They can't just, like, and you need to sign papers and stuff, so there is that. So we were like, okay, fine, 10 p.m. Yeah, sure. So first already, like, my anticipation of having to just leave it at that, at 4 p.m. didn't happen. And that 2.5 hours where you keep, like, it almost stretches out the agony of like, oh no, I want to say goodbye, I want this to be over, but like, no one's coming to actually end this thing. What's happening? So 6 p.m. rolls around, the rest of the day, like, I go out for dinner and stuff. Oh, and actually, I didn't go out, I had dinner at home. 10 p.m. rolls by. At this point, I actually just wanted to go to bed because I was kind of tired about the whole thing. And, like, 10 p.m. rolls by, nothing. 10:30 p.m. rolls by, nothing again. 10:45, I think, rolls by. And then I asked my parents again, I'm like, are they coming? And they're like, no, they're coming tomorrow. I'm like, what? What? Like, how do you run a business like that? Is my first question. But also, like, how do you... I can't keep dragging out this feeling of I want this to be over for another half a day. So I just went to bed. I was so frustrated. And the next day came round. They were supposed to come before 12 p.m. It was... What time was it that I... Okay, they were supposed to come before 12 p.m. They did not show up before 12 p.m. I waited till 12:45. And I was just like, I give up. I am not waiting. I really wanted to be there to see the car go. But I had to cut my hair for like Chinese New Year before, like, because we're going to Malaysia in a few days and this was the only day I could do it. So I had to leave. So that was annoying. The car ended up being collected at 3:40 p.m. So literally 23 hours after the time they said they were going to. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's how the whole thing went down. And I think that just made the whole situation feel so much worse. Because also it's move objects on. Like you... It's not something you kind of want to happen, basically. And so I kind of did a whole, like, before the time they were supposed to originally come, right, on the day before, I went out for like a little drive around the neighborhood just to be like, okay, yeah, last time to like drive the car and say goodbyes and everything. And I ended up having to do it a second time just because I could not bring myself to be like, okay, the car has been sitting here for another day, and like I'm feeling bad about it. The only way I'm gonna feel better is by like driving around again. So I just did a quick round before I left the house for my appointments and stuff. So yeah, not the best way to have ended like 15 years of having a car around. Yeah, no, so that was what happened for the last few days, and I feel like it's exhausting actually to have to anticipate something that's like, at least for me personally, an emotional situation, and then have to just drag it out so much longer than you thought it was going to. But it's over now. I feel like now that it's gone, Like, it's kind of weird to see where the car used to be just empty. So it lingers on, but I think now that the main thing of it's gone has passed, like, it's better. We managed to salvage some fun things actually. So the wheel cap or something on the rims, like the wheel, we plucked out the logo or something. And then I came home yesterday to see that my parents actually salvaged the license plate, which is kind of funny. I didn't know that was allowed. So we have little remnants of it. Took some nice photos of the car before it left. So, like, I think now that that little whole thing of the car needed to leave is over, things will be okay. It's just, yeah, it was just an interesting situation. So yeah, that's how my week went. How did everyone else's week go? Hopefully no cars that you had to say goodbye to either. Also, I realized I was just on full autopilot with this whole situation. We have ended up with, like, rocks and stuff, and I think, like, a multi-level entrance. Yeah. So clearly, like, I guess building in Sims is a bit like riding a bicycle in that, like, it comes back after a while. Oh dearie me. Stressful? Azzy, has it been stressful for you as well? Oh no. I feel like it comes in cycles, and at least in the recent few times, right? It feels like everyone gets this kind of, like, everyone's on the stressful cycle at the same time. Like, I remember it, I think it was, what, December? And everyone on streams were just being like, oh, I feel so unmotivated, I feel so down, and I was in that same place, like, before my trip, being like, I can't get any work done and I don't know why. I'm trying, but nothing's happening. No cars, but yesterday was an interesting day. Would you like to share more? Is it something that you would like to bring to the classroom? How tall are Sims? Would a Sim be able to pass this? Do I have, like, a Sim for... Okay, hold up. Let's save. And... like, let's bring in a Sim. Manage households. You can... Okay, I don't know who you are, actually. Let us... Can I do this? Visit other households? Oh, I don't have any households there. Okay, we need to start. There are no households around. That explains it. Hold up. Yeah, but does anyone have a similar experience where, like, something of sentimental value for you kind of like you had to let go of something like sentimental? Or let's just put down Melvin, why not? Here we go, Melvin, you can go here to Creekside Corner. Shall I rename it to Creepside Corner? Or okay, travel here. Okay, Melvin will be our test subject. You had a 10.5-hour shift and it was your manager's last day because she's gone on maternity leave. You walked in the staff room for your first break and it was done. Bunch of managers sat in a circle. Oh gosh. So you had to perch on an uncomfy chair awkwardly off to the side by the kettle. Was this like during your break time, or this was the actual place that you do work? Okay, here we go. Here we go, Melvin. Let's test. Oh, it's actually quite high. Okay. No, Melvin's fine. Yeah, that's... Oh. Excuse me, we do not need this sass from you, Melvin. Please. Like, we only just started. Poorly decorated. Oh dear. He's at it already. Remember how we had a Melvin in the other save that's, like, in the pool? This one might be in a pool as well. Off you go, Melvin. Off you go. Can you tell them apart? I can't. Oh dear. It was your bedroom after your mom and stepdad split. Oh, yeah, like rooms. I think maybe what hit me with the car was that it was a physical space as well. Like, cars are almost like a little private room of solitude, right? Because obviously I have my own room at home, but I still live with my parents. But there's just something about being in a car where you can just have whatever music you want on, and like just listen to it. You can sing along to it if you'd like without worrying about people hearing you. And there's just that feeling of the freedom of being in control of your mobility. I think that's something that I really value. Like, I say this with full awareness that I'm not saying this to diss public transport or being like, oh, I don't agree with this. I do agree that like public transport is probably a better solution for society. But it doesn't take away from the feelings I had about this situation either. Yeah, I don't know why the home for me that I had to give, my childhood home, right? I feel like if I compare this car situation to the home, I felt a little bit more sentimental about the home, despite the house being more meaningful. I think maybe because we knew for a very long time and there was like time to accept it while we were still living in it. So we had to like slowly move out, and over the last few days, we would change, like go between the houses and stuff. Yeah. So during your break, okay. Oh dear, all these managers. What are they managing? Their own like rest time? Cars are representations of independence. Yeah, I think like that's kind of what I value a lot of, like, how do you explain it? I value being in control of my own life. I feel like a lot of times with just like realities of living in certain places, it's that you don't always feel like you have control of your life because of like certain policies and things. And each time you lose one of those, at least for me, it feels a bit like why bother living? Like genuinely, like, as it is something that means a lot to me. And I think that's why I ended up trying to go down the freelance route of doing my own style of work as well. Because I tried doing full-time work for a bit, right? And it just didn't. I was just ending every day so dead on the inside, wondering whether this is like how the rest of my life is gonna go. To the point that despite things being, because okay, one thing about a full-time job is that you do have that stability of knowing every month there is this amount of income coming in, so you're fine, right? Freelance work isn't quite like that if you haven't got to a stage where things are stable. But despite that, and like despite all the fear of, you know, will you actually live a stable life by doing freelance work, that fear of not knowing when your next job will come in, all of those things, I still would rather do that than go back to like a full-time job as much as possible. So I guess it is something that really means something to me, if that's like, despite all the cons of it, I would still rather do it. Yeah. What has happened today? It's like we're building in Sims and then here comes all of the introspection again. Oh dear me. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to continue our little arch situation, because in case you've never played Sims, when you start having a room like this, right, it does mean that you can't place your roofs anymore. So we are finding that this is an issue. So might have to rethink my design a bit. Oh. How do I... Oh, here we go. Okay. We're fine. That's all fine. That's valid too, and I think for such a creative person, that kind of structure can be really stifling. I think, yeah, no, okay, stifling. Stifling is a good way to explain it. I think... And we've had conversations about this before, right? The whole, I felt in school like I was... Stifled is a good word, let's keep using it. I felt like I was stifled a lot by the structure of school. Being someone that maybe doesn't thrive in such a situation of... school is expected of you from this time of day till this time of day. Once you go home, you keep doing homework. From this time to this time, you have an exam, and then you are expected to turn things in at this time because it is school. I still think about it every so often and wonder whether, like, why didn't I thrive in such a system? Am I... Like, is it that there is some undiagnosed thing that I actually don't, like, have, that I'm not aware of, which I highly suspect, right? I genuinely think that there is something there. But yeah, like, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's more just I'm curious to know whether there is something there, so at least I can feel better about myself. But it's just all of those things. There has been that constant pattern in life for me that when there is structure that I don't set on my own terms, I don't thrive. But you see, the struggle for me is that I find it very difficult to create that structure for myself. So, like, for those of you who have known me since I started making videos, right? Some of my old videos were really ginormous scale, and I always had this thing about like struggling to follow through. I think that's a pattern that we can see as well, right? Like struggling to follow through, staying on top of like consistent schedules, and when I fall off big time, right? There is that pattern, both with videos and streams. Like, we're seeing all of it now. Yeah, no, so it's just as you grow up and you spend time like having a chance to reflect on these things, it's just interesting to observe aspects of yourself and see patterns, you know? And it's like, I don't take any of this as like a bad thing, because I feel like there is nothing like I'm the sort of person that is the whole it's if you find out, then at least you have the chance to learn how to work with it and not against it. Like, why do you need to live someone else's standards of what should be expected when it comes to working, like routines and stuff? Like, if you know that your body reacts this way to certain things, and like you're in a position to do so, which I recognize is not always the case. Like, it's sometimes you just have to do work. Sometimes you have no choice but to take up the job, right? But where possible, if you can decide for yourself how to work with your character and your quirks, let's say, then like what's wrong with that? I feel like sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Yeah, we're the same in that. Like when it comes to structure from outside, or no, like coming up with structure. Yeah. I don't know, it's just interesting. I had something along that line to talk about, but I kind of lost it, so hopefully it comes back. But meanwhile, we have literally created like a gnome thing. Gnome thing, technical term. So I guess this can be the little archway that... Oh, I'm wondering, okay. Because cemeteries do have arches and stuff, right? But we're kind of doing this little rainbow situation. But I do want the arch to eventually hit the top here to serve as that, like, that final layer. And I'm wondering how to do that. Let's see. Because this arch, the distance between these two are a bit too tall, I feel. So... yeah, see, like, I don't like that gap, but I do want the final layer to be at that second floor. We might have to do quite a few more roofs. Oh dear. Thank you, Ezzy. Yeah, it's not what I expected when we landed on cemetery graveyard thing. But I think it's an interesting direction that we have. So we will keep going with it. And I do feel like it does help because I'm still at least letting myself build in a modern way. If one day the build roulette's like, no modern, I'd be in trouble. Okay. I'm trying so hard to think of what I was trying to, I was about to say on top of what we were just mentioning. School. Results, expectations. I can't remember. It's okay. Well, if anyone has anything to add on to that conversation, like, feel free to. And then maybe that will actually spark my memory again. Because why not? Oh, actually, while we're doing this, okay, maybe this is perfect time to maybe take a quick break, right? I mentioned this on the last stream, but considering we just come back to Architect Life and stuff. Architect Life? Well, that was what we are gonna mention. But considering we came back to The Sims, have we seen Architect Life? Because, so, I'm thinking Build Roulette will become like a regular part of our streams and stuff moving forward, right? But have we seen this game? I'm gonna actually play the trailer, because why not, right? and it looks so good. Let me just bring this up. And I'm sorry if it's loud, right? But basically, this to me is the closest thing I've seen to something that could potentially live up to like Sims building for me. So let's play. It's so good. It hits all the right feels. It hits all the right feels. I love it so much. Thank you to Benny for like bringing my attention to this. I did not know about this game, and it's only been out for like a week or so. The trailer, but it just my issue with so many of these so-called Sims competitors have been that it's just like there's always something off about the atmosphere of the game. So Paralives is a good one though. I feel like what they're doing is really good, but they're just like they're taking their time to release it, which understandable. Like I want them to come out with a good game, so no rush. But then there were some games like Life by You where the graphics were so bad. And it's like it has that whole Second Life vibe, which I don't personally like. But Architect Life, the music, the feel of the game, the whole like the graphics looking like an actual architect's kind of like tablescape and things. It's so good. And I really hope that this game does live up to the trailer. I will be so sad if it doesn't. Budgets. We are not talking about budgets. I think the best thing is as well if this game can be modded. Like the mod potential of a game like Architect Life will be amazing. We have a show called The Block that is so like that. Oh my gosh. I used to watch a lot of Grand Designs. But Grand Designs, basically it's like a show in the UK that documents house building. But the pacing of that show is really slow and usually focuses more on the emotions of people making their houses. So after a while it gets a bit like draggy and stuff, but it's still a very good show to see the architecture potential. So yeah. I haven't actually watched The Block though, so that would be interesting. Life by You is cancelled now. Yeah, it is. I mean, I think Life by You is by the same, who actually, hold up. Can I? Life by You is by the same people who do, City Skylines. So, I think, at this juncture, they might be prioritizing City Skylines because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Like, there's... City Skylines has had a rough run, not gonna lie. I still love the game. Like, I recognize the delays and stuff have not been great, but I love the game. Actually, you know what? Okay, no, we don't have to do the second floor. Let's just get rid... Oh, sorry. Screenshots. I started using a Mac for work, and so I am so out of practice with playing this game when you have to use like backspace and delete. Okay, let's make that the archway, I think, instead of trying to force a second floor. Like, makes life easier for everyone. Yeah, something like that. And then maybe go down. Oh. Yeah, okay, I'm okay with this. And then the apprentice rocks. See, and this is where I'm a bit like, I feel like there used to be another way to get more rocks in this game that I do not remember. We have to recap and revise on all of the building tips and tricks in this game. Debug rocks. Okay, let's look for some. Debug rocks. By the way, if anyone actually ends up building, like if you want to play along, it doesn't even have to be in Sims. Like now that we have found the potential of creating in other games, if you create something similar, like feel free to share on our Discord. I would love to see. Show hidden objects and oh yes, thank you. Now it's these two, right? Live edit. Hidden objects is like there was a way to do it without. Move objects on, ignore unlocks, organize, debug, debug. Okay. And then let's see if it's there. It is lovely, thank you. Okay. Oh, there is stuff like this. We could have like, oh my gosh. It's the whole thing again. Like we could have something like that. Landscaping, thank you Kadash. Yeah, we'll get the hang of this again eventually. I feel like, oh, and I have there's these bridges. That's kind of cool. Oh, okay. I actually feel like we might not have enough space on this lot. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, no, I thought it was something fancy, but I guess not. Well, it's a nice cliff thing that could be useful. Like here, let's say. Yeah, see, I like this. So now our arch is kind of hidden in this little rock thing. Oops. And might have to move some of these around to... because I don't want to block the entire archway. Cool. And then, if we... now, how many... oops, sorry. How many... we have flower, we have chicken, we have nude, we have bunny, we have pool, and we have Grim Reaper. Okay. I'm thinking that when you first enter the place, you might want to have like a... there has to be a common garden that serves as a guiding force as to like, okay, welcome to the cemetery. Like these are the like founding members of the gnome community that we are recognizing and appreciating. Feel free to explore, and then it guides you to like turn here for like nudes, and and things like that. So I'm guessing we should... oh, I wish there was a select all kind of thing. Okay, we're gonna have to move some of you again, sorry. Can't find object. Okay, something's gone wrong with this one. Goodbye. Uh-oh. Why is it... what's happened to this one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well, let me just try and move the entire lot forward. Just cause... reasons. And then let's see if it does anything. Okay, perfect. Do I still have tool? I do, actually. So I thankfully... like kept all of the tools, and basically if you're not familiar with Sims, there are mods that allow you to have additional built tools. Tool is basically this tool. It's currently a bit broken because of the whole UI update thing, but you can actually do more specific things like, oh, is it Alt? There we go. Like you can move things slowly, you can rotate things around, you can scale. That's how we got our giant chickens. Select. You see, the thing is, I don't remember how to do it. What's this? Oh, they've changed the interface of this thing. I think. No, like I have no idea what it is. Move. Let's do some revision, like off stream, and then I'll probably learn how to use it at some point again. Now how do I get rid of that? Delete group? No. Hide grouping box. Okay. Well, I'm thinking that's something to do with the groups, but it's fine. We will work without it for today. And then eventually we will figure it out. Actually, no, I'm okay with that because this, when you come in, that would make sense as an entrance. So, we have that, and then... Oh... Are we overcomplicating this? The answer is yes, but at the same time... Like, I feel like we need to bring back some of that whole... explorations in the... Like, we need to fly a little bit close to the sun, I feel like, with these builds. You think it's hold shift and click on another. So that's what I tried, and that's what created that bounding box, but it wasn't selecting the things in it. Is my, like, so I was a bit confused by that. Okay. And then... move here. Okay, Melvin, can we borrow you for a second? Can you, with your... Excuse me! Did we just see what he did? Oh. See, we needed face cam on for this moment. My mouth is wide open. He just swiped out. That's why we couldn't move it. Melvin! Oh my goodness me. He... Without drawing any attention. No, you have this entire stream just witnessed what you did. Don't try and hide it now. Look at his smirk. He knows what he's done. Oh. And he is just celebrating with some push-ups. Oh my god, terrible. Karashi. I hate him now too. No. Okay, Melvin, we will not... I mean, okay, wait, you needed to do work first. Stop. Like, give up. Come on, go here. And he Oh. Let's sweat. What? Sorry again for the broken UI, but basically, it says, what a rush, this boost of adrenaline is making Melvin feel amazing. Should he firmly embrace with that with his astonishingly sculpted arms that he likes fitness. No. Oh, he's horrible. He's not great. He's... I think he knows. Okay, so the Sims can go up the steps like this on their own, so that's fine. Oh my goodness me. Terrible. Terrible. Oh no, it's the weird song. So, I used to not play the actual in-game music on my building streams. We used to play this kind of like copyright-free music. I feel like our vibes have changed since. I feel like we're embracing a bit more of the chaotic side. So I felt like those songs may be a bit too sleepy. So just living with the game music, and that song is just terrible. Like the one that's in the background now, the start of it. I actually really loved the Sims 4 music when the game first came out. There were quite a few songs that I liked. And Sims 3 music was good too. Very jolly, very fun. But then with all the songs in the expansion packs, I don't like them as much. And the worst thing is that it's almost like a randomly generated thing, right? Which song plays. And because there's so many other songs now, the songs that I like don't play anymore. So that's annoying. Okay. I think let's do... How many... We have 5 of them, right? So we'll have 5 steps that represent the members. And then we end on platform number 6, basically. So this little square will become like a little plaza to welcome everyone in. Here we go. So just that, right? And then from there we will go to, like, I guess this zone will be where the 5 members are. And it's not a lot of space, to be honest, but let's see what we can come up with. So This might be where the Grim Reaper gnome comes in. Right, so somewhere here, like in the center or something. Let's use our grid. Hello Sam, welcome in. You just missed Melvin misbehaving. He literally stole something from us. This is Sims Melvin Sims. So he literally swiped one of our build items and then celebrated by doing some push-ups. And then promptly started to like fitness because he has sculpted arms according to the game. So yeah, terrible. All the misbehavior whenever you're not around. It's terrible, it's terrible. But welcome to our attempt at building, I think it's Rai's suggestion, right? Of a cemetery and graveyard. And along with everyone's suggestions in chat, we are building a commemorative cemetery for the founding members of the Gnome Society. So we have these 5 gnomes were the founding members, and each of them died in different ways. So like one died by, I don't know, pollen or something. One died through aggressive chickens. One died through nudity. Then we have like bunnies and swimming and stuff. So yeah. You've heard you have some influence these days. Yeah, the next time we play Dinkum Hardcore, I need you to just like, when you leave, I will end stream, right? We're not continuing after you leave. For reasons that will not be discussed out of keeping, like, I feel like if you discuss it on stream, it becomes a jinx. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Oh dearie me. The flower one died by eating the wrong mushroom. Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah. Mushrooms, do we have? Because now I'm thinking Dinkum, right? I don't remember if there are any. I feel like... Oh! Is that a bunny? Oh my gosh. How lovely. Okay. Well, we have mushrooms here. These ones will disappear, right? But, I was wondering more mushroom stool. Mushroom stool, mushroom stool. I don't remember any. Oh, okay, it's probably in this section. Is there a mushroom stool? Like, I have quite a bit of custom content as well, so... Mushroom. Mushroom. Oh. Oh. Oh no, okay, there isn't. There is this. Oh my goodness me. This is actually kind of an interesting design. Okay, we can't change the colors though, but I love how this almost looks like an airbrush kind of like gradient thing. Oh my gosh, there are all of these things. This is very Dinkum. The brown ones, these ones. Oh, oh! Okay, these are bigger than I thought. The 4th from the right. This one, right? It is oversized indeed. My only thing is I don't know if they stay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's all sorts of weird things. Okay, yeah. So, oh, maybe... Okay. So maybe 4 of them can be outdoors, right? But this could be... You know how when you go to an art museum and then there are these different rooms for all of the exhibitions and stuff, right? So you can go into like a dark area where there's all of these mushrooms. And... Like... It's its own little experience, you know. I'm really overthinking this, I feel. Okay, so let's get rid of this first. Okay. So... Psychedelic masterpiece, psychedelic experience, all of these things. Cause why not? So it'll be like a somber reminder of, although will that be too dark? Because the point of this is that it's supposed to be a light-hearted like take of recognizing death, you know. So if it's dark and stuff, will that be too grim? So it's like a little exhibition area where there are all these alien mushrooms. And then let's bring in our first Oh. I mean, it's flowers. There is the whole, like, you know how the... Okay, we will not get into the actual ethics of any of this. We're just going by pure graphics and, like, visuals of this, right? But, you know the whole, like, peace, hippie kind of culture thing where they have those rainbow flowers and things? Should we go with that? I don't know whether we have actual things in this game that would allow us to achieve that aesthetic. I mean, there's this, but that's not really flowers. Like... We'll have to look through, I feel, the whole... what we have available to then see... I mean, okay, this can be the graves, like the area that recognizes the... Hold up, so let's just put this down, right? And then... pedestal sort of thing. I know that exists somewhere. The question is where? It won't be on the wall, right? Miscellaneous decorations? Oh, and if it... Ideally, if it can be like a floral stump or something. Kind of like the one in Palia, that like floral seat. What is this? Oh my gosh, it's a fish. No, it's not a fish, it's like a chicken thing, rooster. Okay, The Last of Us comes to life. Like, the cordyceps virus thing? Oh, actually, wait, no. Your reaction there literally made me think of that too, right? Which is that, yes, let's put it with the chicken. Yep, okay. So that's sorted. Oh, the gnome comes in different colors. Oh. Do we have a preference of which one? Green, blue, red, and pink. Let me know. And if you'd like to see it again, let me know as well. Okay, we have some of these floral things. I'm gonna leave these here as options. We have... But these are two, like, literal flowers. I feel like... Does anyone have good examples of, like, Disney-looking gnome universes? So, like, because I can't think of any movies or shows, right? But is that whole, like... Oh, I don't know how to describe it, but... Not the aesthetic that you sent earlier, Azzy, with the other gnomes, but more of, like, live action, you're in the middle of the woods, and then there are, like, flowers around, that sort of mythical feeling. Oh my goodness me! What is this? Oh! Oh, they get bigger! Oh, these are such nice colors as well. Confident Magic Bean. I love how we can just rediscover all of these items after years of not playing this game. Baconite. These are all like gems and things, right? Interesting. Pedestals. Do we see any? I mean, this one kind of looks like a gravestone. That could represent each person's, like... I'm gonna leave that down first. That is from Felix Ender. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that one should be quite easy. Crystals? Yeah, the crystals. So, interesting gnome that we're having. Do we have a name for, like, the gnome? Would anyone like to come up with a name? And the general backstory. So we have something about eating alien mushrooms. Something about crystals. We have flowers. But, like, what's the story that ties it together? What is this? That's new. I mean, I've not seen it. Like, it's probably in the game for so long, but... Very Halloween, very cool. Oh, we have branches and stuff as well? Do we... We got so many things. Ooh! Oh, I like this. Okay, this could be maybe at the... I'm placing that here first, right? And then we'll do something for the entrance area. Because I'm trying to find a pedestal. Pedestal? Ooh, that's nice. Mobius. Okay, we have a bed base. It's a bit big. So if I move you around... White. This is... Shall the gnomes be like slightly larger as well? Precious promises. And then... Uh-oh. Have we dropped frames, people? Are we still here? Because my OBS just dropped a huge amount of frames. Let me know if we're here. What's this? Double hit board. You like them larger? Okay, cool. Drop frames here. Okay, are we back? Are we back and fine? Ooh. I kind of like this. They don't come in very interesting colors, but that shape's quite nice. Okay, we're still here. Okay. We are back. Okay, cool. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but for once, it's not actually Australian internet. I think we should be fine now. It stopped dropping, so we should be good. Thank you for sticking with us. Okay, yeah, so our dear flower gnomes. Oh, that's kind of cool for a backdrop as well. Our dear flower gnomes backstory is something to do with mushrooms. So let me bring in... It stopped dropping, but it's rolling. Thank you for this year's fire safety like PSA. Once again, if you'd like to this stream is sponsored by the fire departments. Remember to stop, drop, and roll, especially when it comes to your frames. Oh dear me. Okay, I kind of like that. So it's almost showing what happened to it when it... Okay, and then this was the... Oh, no, I know. Okay, so that giant mushroom can stand on its own. I may not even put a pedestal. I might just put a accent table. Oh no, the pedestals in this game are in the table section. I am so sorry, everyone. It's been so long that I forgot. Okay, this is a cool pedestal. So let's... It almost looks like... Dinkamas Among Us. It almost looks like a marble pillar. I wonder where I've seen that recently. Anyone? No? It's the wrong color, but if I made it white... Maybe I've seen it somewhere. There we go. So it's like each area will have the item that caused the death. It is possible, right? Okay, so we have... Hold up. So chicken, we can have like just a chicken. What do we put for nudity? Like clothes? Winter? And then the bunny. Oh, the bunny needs a reason to die as well, by the way. Like, we don't have a reason for the bunny's death yet. The pool one's obviously just drowning. Ooh. This is nice too. Okay, I mean, we have options for the end tables. So, best way to stop internet fires. Yeah. Maybe with a firewall, that might be another thing. A fox? Eggplant? Wait, why chocolate? Easter Bunny death by chocolate. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, this is interesting. I love this side table. Ooh. Death by bunny. Oh, I can't dress up a mannequin, can I? Because Sims have that. Okay, how do I... Does anyone know where the mannequins are in this game? there is an add-on pack that you can get that is like you run your own business, and it has these... Oh, mannequin. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, adult male. If we can, then we save, right? Can I think it can only be dressed up when I'm actually running a business. Because you can put the bunny suit on it, and then it kind of represents that. But the bunny could have died by holy hand grenade. No, unfortunately, I don't. Like, at least I knew that Green Lantern was supposed to be for Marvel. In case anyone wasn't here last time, I know it's not supposed to be Marvel. It's just we made that mistake on stream before. Yeah, Melvin's interested. He's so interested that he's on his phone playing games. This is what he does, by the way. When he's running his furniture store. Oh my gosh. Does that need to be a series on its own? Like on top of Breaking Windenburg, right? Maybe Melvin moves in and then we run a furniture store for him. Is that gonna be a thing? Should we leave that for Rai, actually? Maybe if we can encourage Rai to get back into playing Sims, you might be able to see that series on her channel sometime soon. Okay, hold up. That's so I'm just trying to figure out the boundaries of this little area, right? So that little room serves as the like the flower mushroom gnome, right? And then I do want to bring in some windows. And I love that I'm not sure what the state of the actual vanilla items are in this game anymore, but with custom content, there are so many lovely windows that you can come up with. And then I'll place that in black first, but I do want it to be a bit more whimsical than that. So I'm dreaming. You never know. You never know. There was once when oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, wait, no, we need to use this somewhere. It fits with the vibes that we're looking for. Oh, and it comes in all sorts of colors. Oh, this is amazing. Hold up. Oh, and then each zone can have... Okay, what color should the flower, like floral people be? Let's choose a color. What color? It's like green and yellow, so I guess it could just be the standard color. And then each gnome can have different things. Like, I don't want to block off the viewing gallery either, because I feel like, you know, you want to get up close and personal with them, right? But this could almost be like those barriers in museums where they're like, please don't go too near. And then you can have a little... Fun fact, by the way, you can actually build museums in this game. Like, not this kind of museum, but there are supposed to be things that let you create a museum. Like, it's one of the lot types. So, how hilarious that this is the way that we're getting around to it. What I'm looking for now is... like, you know, one of those information signs that museums have? Preferably a floor-based one? I don't know where that might be. There's so much good CC that I've completely forgotten about. I'm like looking through it now. Ooh, there's a crib monitor thing. What is this? This is... where did this come from? This is so cool. Kangaroo. Interesting, interesting. I don't see it. Sorry, it's like... after so many years of not playing this game, it really takes so much time to like relearn what's available to work with. Maybe it's here. Outdoors, not sculptures. Not sculptures? Maybe sculptures. Maybe sculptures. Yeah, okay, no, that works. That works. There we go. So you have like a sign that's all explaining what the mushroom is. Maybe the mushroom should be here. It's kind of being blocked, right? There you go. Like a mushroom sort of situation. Yeah, an ode to Dinkum, basically. Maybe James was the one that added that. You never know. You never know. Also, while we are doing kind of like roomed off areas, right, I don't intend for this to be indoors. So I will eventually make it so that the walls and stuff are a bit more porous. Right now it looks like it's going to be an indoor room, right, but it's not going to. Because in fact, let's start like creating some sort of a concept for it, right? I want to create, let's do this, grid. Okay. A sort of, I don't want to overcomplicate it, but let's do like a slightly whimsical pattern, which hopefully connects to each other is the main thing. Benny's off, no worries. Thank you so much, Benny. You're gonna watch The Conjuring. Oh my gosh, okay. From one horror to another. Have fun, Benny. Don't scream. And if you need us, we are next door, potentially. Like wherever Rai is. I'm now very curious if Benny's the sort of person who screams in like horror movies. Or does he just swear? We need to find out. We need to find out. Okay. So, like what I'm doing right now is essentially just creating a random pattern. And then while there is like all of this, right? As in it's creating the floors, but then you can go back in and essentially cut them out so that you're creating little holes, right? And then this serves as like an open ceiling. And one of the old tricks that we used to do was also just like put greenery on it just to make it look like interesting. So I'll start with this area first, right? So we do all of this to open it up. So this is more like a garden kind of pergola thing. So from down here, it looks like that, right? And then you put in greenery. Ooh, what greenery did I used to use? I feel like, okay, well, this one's useful for just creating a bit of that effect, right? It's a bit big. There we go. Something like that. And oh, okay. These start to look familiar. It was quite flat. I think it was from Island Living. No, it was this. Okay, that's not Island Living. That's, I have no idea what pack that is anymore. So the one with Selva Dorada. Jungle Adventure, I think. Right? So you have this kind of overgrown vine sort of situation, which would cover... Ooh. Interesting. And then, again, because it's a sort of gnome situation, right? I don't want it to be too obvious that is, like, these are walls and stuff. I do want to soften them with some rocks and things eventually, so that the walls are, like, they look like they're made of stone or something. As to whether we get to it, I'm not sure. Jungle Adventure, thank you. Yes. It's kind of nice to be away from a game sometimes for so long, because then you can kind of rediscover it almost. Like, all these things, I feel like I wasn't great at knowing much about this game anyway, other than the building tools, but, ooh. Oh, I used that once, like in a different, thing. Like, other than the build tools and stuff, I never really knew much about the lore of the... Oops, where did it go? The lore of the game. And so, to get a chance to now come back in and be like, oh, okay, this pack was this. It kind of makes you more curious to want to learn more as well. Oh, I like this rock, but I don't know where it would go. Okay, maybe you're there for now. And... Windows. Windows. Oh, do we not have porous windows? Because these are all of the... Do I have custom content? Custom content. Here we go. Okay. Hopefully it's somewhere here. There's brick. What would be Nomi? But also fits in with the aesthetic. I feel like rediscovering games... Like, when I rediscover games, I kind of remember... I guess going along with the whole conversation about the car, right, and like thinking back about things, it just reminds me a bit about how I got into Sims and stuff. I came across it completely randomly one day, and it was Sims 3 that I came across. That's actually kind of funny. That sort of works, right? Yeah, so I started playing Sims on Sims 3, and it wasn't the building that I got into first. I was just playing the game with, you know, the whole thing about like trapping neighbors in your game, and then just keeping them around and just slowly watching them like all faint and pee themselves in a room, and like panic over fires. Yeah, that was how I started Sims, and it was only really in Sims, around the time Sims 4 came out, that I came across people on YouTube making Sims build videos for it. Specifically, the Sims Supply, who is now James Turner. I mean, he always was James Turner, but his channel used to be the Sims Supply. Not a great phrasing there. And the Legacy. Oh, actually, no. Okay, so, I got into Let's Plays first. So that was Life Simmer. And then I came across the building things. Yeah, and then that got me kind of interested in exploring more of the building stuff, but it was around the time Sims 4 came out anyway, so I never really built in Sims 3. Also, look at this! Lovely gradients. That's kind of funny. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't show the... Hold up, if I move here. Isn't that what everyone does? I think so, I hope so. I hope so? Maybe? Nice and whimsical, nice and whimsical. The grass needs to stay though. I feel like the grass makes sense as a texture here because they are gnomes. Like, it would make sense. Marbled walk. Just like, what's this? Bathroom towels. Oh, interesting, okay. Let's just start with something generic first and it will work from there. Just so you can't go wrong with Little Simsy. I actually never got into Little Simsy. Like, she's super popular. I will get that. But I think maybe that was just too far into my Sims kind of like creator thing that by that point I was only watching people I know. So, Rai and Rai and Rai. Yeah, Little Simsy was quite a lot later from when I got into Sims. So by then, I wasn't really watching content for it anymore. I was just kind of playing. Yeah, but the way she energizes her entire audience to like, you know, engage with her stuff, really cool. Which is your favorite of like her builds? Because I think, was she the one that came up with the Not So Berry challenge? Or was that someone else? Okay. You know what? We will divide the path up. So here. Okay, I want to do a divided path so that we can actually go in and do like a stone path as well that connects the two. I think I said she spoke too fast as well. I'm pretty sure I used to say that, but the thing is, I'm in no position to say that because I feel like I talk equally fast. Like when I'm on a roll, it gets to that point where I feel like I just speak too fast. Trying my best not to do that now, but it doesn't work. Her and someone else came up with it. Oh, okay, interesting. And has she ended up having, because some of the creators I watched now have builds in the game, right? Like the Legacy did one, James did one, the custom content creators of a lot of the CC I use, like Harry, she has some in the game as well. And the stuff that the custom content that she makes, top notch, amazing each time. So who came up with the legacy challenge then? Because is that something that's just a remnants from Sims 2? I feel like, maybe. Okay, there we go. Little gnomey things, and then more rocks, more rocks. Oh, these rocks don't show. Okay. Oh, okay, I see why now. They are massive. She helped design a kit for the Sims anime. Oh, lovely! Right, yeah, because I saw something about it being 25 years ago that Sims was introduced to the world. And I guess that's why the menu has changed. Like, to coincide with such a big event, right? Legacies from previous Sims games, and there's been lots of variations of legacy challenges over the years. Oh, okay. The one... So at this point it sounds like I have an obsession or something, but the only legacy challenge I've ever watched was the one but at Rye did. And I remember the first characters. It was no, wait. I used to remember them. Madison Crowley, and Jabari something. I don't remember his last name, but those were the first two members of her legacy. And then it kept going up till like, I don't know, I just remember there was a food truck at some point. So yeah. Where did my rocks go? Did I just delete all of them? Who here would like to see Riot actually start Sims again? I feel like that would be everyone. You remember the method that I do? Yeah, no. It sticks in your your head. Like, what helps is remembering the intro for the videos, because you used to have the start of the videos, right, have the person's name, and that's what helps. Okay, so this area could be a little reenactment, or like a, you know, a, what do you call it? A recreation, let's say, of the garden that, oh, creepy, weird things. Oh! Yeah, so the garden that killed the gnome, basically. So over here, and mushroom was hidden away over here, and then we have happy flower gnome that was looking at it, basically. Right? Oh, I wish there was... It might have... Because I was thinking like a wall mural or something that had like a speech bubble. So it could almost, you know, visualize that, oh, I'm thinking something. I don't know if that exists. A diorama of the deaf, yeah. Mike just says garlic. Oh, do we have... What is this? This is cool. Chateau metal fence. Yeah, it's nice that, like, I feel like I can come back to The Sims now, because then, look at the potential of things we can explore, you know? Like, all the paintings are so cool. Okay, no, I don't think there is... Ooh! That is so nice. I feel like we did see this before I, like, gave up on The Sims, but... let me scale 1.3, maybe? Okay, that works. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create a backdrop with it. Almost to make it look like it's a forest or something. So, okay, let's do that first. And ooh, I don't remember how to Control Alt click, Control Shift click, Control click, Alt click. No, Shift click. How do you duplicate things? I don't remember how to do it. It's fine. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, and just like eyedropper it. It's fine. Right, and then the lower portion can actually just be where was that wood trim thing that we found earlier? Whoa, that's big. See, something like this, and so that serves as the trim first, right? Okay, and then because those are technically the wrong colors, we can layer it with some more of these. Oh, these are all massive rocks. I want smaller ones. Okay, that's fine. This one works too. I like this song. I don't know what pack this song has come from. Oh, I don't like that that's not the right color. Okay, hold up. We can figure this out. We can figure this out. Something like that. I don't know. I might change these stones. I think we won't. Like, I won't touch it now, just so that we don't spend the entire stream just like looking at stones. At this point, we are doing that, but it's okay. And then... Okay. It is pleasant, like, the song. Because my issue with some of the newer songs is that it's not nice to listen to. Like, it's just very, like, you know, not something I want to hear when I'm building. It's not a very cozy... Because Sims 3 songs were very, like, jolly and stuff, right? So that was the vibe in itself. But Sims 4's music was a lot more calm. And, like, this one was one of the originals. And that's... It was a very good vibe. I loved it. And then when they started mixing in all of the expansion pack songs, not my favorite. But I think now it's reached a point where I like the songs that we're hearing so far. Okay. So... the gnome needs more of an emphasis. Right now it's a bit small. But it's okay. We keep going first. I want to do like an overgrown... Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's sort of what I was looking for. Overgrown kind of thing. Because there is a window here. Like, I kind of want to keep that as an architectural thing. But I do also want to make it kind of like... you know, be covered by greenery and stuff like that. There's all sorts of weird things in here. Perfectly sized and shaped. Actually, it's a bit tall, but you see the way it grows, right? We could technically have a feature of something here so that it grows onto it. Not sure what yet, but we will leave that. And reminder, Melvin's still here. What will he steal next? Who knows? Okay. And outdoor water decor. Oh, these might be useful. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's move some of this aside for a bit. Let's put down some water. Would make sense. Pond tool, pond objects. Oh. Oh. Okay, hold up. How do I pull fountains? Draw a fountain. Just a small one's fine. And then, can we like... Okay. And then a bit of water here, I feel. Just something like this. So there is a bit of water. We can disguise most of it with rocks and stuff. Right. Little gnome can go on the rock. Seeing the mushroom. Oh gosh, hold up. Page down, here we go. Seeing the mushroom, which can be like here. And if there is a way we can... Oh gosh, okay, wait, hold up. This needs to be... That's quite intrusive in terms of it's going really far into the gallery, but that's fine. What's this? Tree swamp? Tree? So many things. So many things. There's a fallen tree. A bit too big for this area, I think. Stumps. Oh, what's with everything being massive? Like, genuinely. Does it need to be this big? Okay, I guess that works. That's fine. I just need... How would we emphasize that the mushroom and the gnomes were here? Like, do I use light? Do I use some kind of thing that points at it? Like a giant arrow. Like, here, look at it. Okay, wait, while we're here, let's also place down one more of those museum gallery sign things. There we go. So, there we go. Maybe. Potentially. Perhaps. Mayhaps. Actually, okay, no. Sign goes here. Floor will have... And I saw this recently at... Our airport has like a interactive art that you can play with, right? So, they used to have... like, you know those flipboard things that would tell you when the plane's coming? They took that down when they renovated, right? But they kept one of it. They kept some of it to turn into an art installation. So there is like a camera that takes a picture of you, right? And then it uses the flipboard to turn into your face. It doesn't show very well in person, but there is like a place that you stand and take a picture with, and it shows very well on the phone. So I'm thinking along the lines of that. There you go. Maybe this. Is there a way to do a spotlight on it? Oh, let's try, let's try. I don't know if it will work well because it's outdoors. But let me bring it up. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, we're basically making a deaf museum, like a gnome deaf museum. Like this, like a drop-down thing of, hey, there is something here. Like this. Or like a pointy thing. I'm loving this actually, just the whole ideating and coming up with the most random thing. Okay, so with the walls up, I do need to extend the awning thing a bit more. But imagine this, and then hold up, at night. It's very bright. I think there's a way to, like, if you play around with the lighting, there's a way you can customize it so that it's more convincing. But that works for now, I think. A good start, a good start. It's so funny. And again, like, thank you to everyone for suggesting this, because this would not have been something I explored on my own, honestly. I would just be like, oh, yes, park. But no, the gnomes come in and all of the things. Are there like floor texture decal things that I can use? I don't know. I feel like there are. Like, I'm trying to cover up this area basically because it's very obvious where the fountain ends. And I don't... Oh! That works. Okay. And... water styles. Oh, yes. There we go. Lovely. Pond objects. I kind of want... Okay, fountains. Small dancing water emitter. Let's see what this does. Oh. Does it actually... Okay, it does do more. It does do... That's not... Is that what we want? Hold up. Okay. Oh, it's doing the thing where it like blocks out everything. Melvin, can you go in, please? Thank you. Let's go. There we go. Why? Oh. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's because this is not my actual lot. I think that's okay. I'm painting with sim object brushes. I feel like that's what it is. Oh my gosh, wait. I didn't bring this up the last time we were streaming, which is that I like decided to paint recently. Wait, no, did I bring this up? I feel like I did. Right? I was mentioning something about how I used to have... Okay, well, anyway, we're just gonna retell the story. So, one time, I had a friend that like runs an art studio. Yeah, I definitely told this story, but we're gonna say it again. I have a friend that runs an art studio. They wanted to take some pictures for like one of their art classes, so they came over to my house to take it. And just as a thank you, they gave me one of these art jamming kits that they were selling, which is basically like it gives you all of the supplies to like paint at home. So you get your paintbrushes, you get your paint. They give you like a little canvas, and like we just painted together after we were done taking photos, and it was such a lovely experience. Just bringing me back to when, you know how nowadays whenever we're bored we just jump straight to like, oh, I'm gonna watch a video, I'm going to play a game. It never really crossed my mind to just take time out and just paint for fun. So that was a very enjoyable experience. That was 3.5 years ago. Oh, that is nice. That is 3.5 years ago, and I didn't do it since, even though I said I was going to. But like recently I was near an art supply store, and it's one of the few that we have in Singapore. It's I don't know if it exists in Australia. It's called Art Friend. But basically you go in it, there is no music, it's just like 20 to 30 hours of all sorts of art supplies. And I was just like, you know what? It's been long overdue, let's get a set. So I got a set of just like 12 acrylic colors, none of those very cheap thin canvases, and some paintbrushes. And then I just came home and like started painting. And I did like an abstract interpretation of... See, again, if we had Facecam, I'll probably just put this on Discord after stream. But like the painting I did was an abstract interpretation of my city's like train network, and I basically did them in color blocks, and wherever there were heavier sections or like places of the network where I felt were more crowded and people there had to depend on that one color of train, I made them bigger. You see what I mean when I actually showed a picture of it, but yeah, we did that. And the last time when I was painting, I actually just like repainted a picture that I have on the wall, which is like a top-down view of an ocean's wave hitting the sand. Again, when you see the picture, it'll make sense. But yeah, so what is this? Oh my gosh, does this make sense as like a medium, tall? Nah, I think this blocks too much of the view. It's okay. Yeah, so we have that. So that's been fun. I got another canvas recently, and I kind of wanted to do it last night, but I was a bit tired, to be honest. Oh, this was the thing I was looking for. I was looking for this pedestal. But yeah, I wanted to do a painting that was kind of based on the whole like car situation. I haven't done it, but oh, what's this? I think we'll get around to it at some point. And it won't be like a literal interpretation of the car, because while I used to draw cars as a kid, like I don't know how to draw lifelike things. So I just do like some creative interpretation, maybe just the colors, the shapes or something. We'll see. So if I ever actually get around to making those, we'll show it. What is this? This is cool. Oh, nice. Okay, sorry, we're distracted. Let's come back. You know how I was all like, oh, let's get this done in 2 or 3 streams. We've done one of the displays. So, one display in how long? In 2.5 hours almost. Time is flying by the way. Thank you for everyone for like being here today. We are literally already at like our like almost the end of the stream. Crazy. Okay. Here we go. So a pillar here, so that we keep moving, we keep making progress. There we go. And then grid. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused of all of my like controls on this game now. I like this song too. The funny little trumpet thing. I used to play the trumpet in school. Like I was made, we have to all take a like co-curricular activity in school. So, and like the school I was in didn't have many options. So I went to the same secondary school as my brother, right? And secondary school is basically like 13 to 16 or 17 here. And back when my brother was in school, they had a robotics club, and then it closed down before I joined, so I couldn't join it. And I was just not interested in any sports, any uniformed groups, because apparently that was an obsession in school. So I just chose like, you know what, the only musical thing I can see myself doing is be in a band. So like we joined a symphonic band, and I was made to play the trumpet. So I spent a lot of time on the entrance too, which won't be every time. That is true, that is true. So, entrance plus 1 of this, I guess. You haven't even noticed the time passing? Neither have I, neither have I. So I guess a good time all round. In loving memory of car, and then we move on to like in loving memory of gnomes, basically. Robotics sounds so fun. Right, and can you imagine the skills that would have been so useful nowadays when everything is like automated this, self-driving this, AI this. Like if I knew any of that, I feel like I would have so many more skills to use in life. But no, they had to decide that it was not worth it. Oh, but the coolest thing is, my school had a lion dance troupe. So if you're not familiar with lion dance, it's like, I don't know if you've seen it, but probably if you've been to a Chinatown in your area, right? They will have these, like, not cardboard, but it's a giant head of a lion, right? And then the person in front holds it, and they control, like, the motions and things. And then there are people, like, 2 or 3 people in each lion, right? They are covered by the drape or something. And then they jump up and down on, like, all sorts of pillars and things. My school had one, and it was so cool. Like, it closed down by the time I left, but the fact that 13 to 16-year-old kids are able to perform that. And so every time we had a celebration that involved, like, that made sense to have a lion dance performance, they would just perform, and it was so cool. Really loud, I will say, like their drums and things. I think it's something about having to scare away like the ghosts and things. Not the ghosts, but like negative spirits. You would think for someone who is about to celebrate it next week that he would remember what the reasons are. But it's something about, like, you know, making noise to scare away things. And that applies to a lot of like Chinese New Year things about firecrackers, bursting, all sorts of things. Yeah, so next week, we're gonna have just one stream on a Saturday. I think, like, I'm still question marking it just in case my commute back goes wrong and then I get too tired. But the plan is one stream next week on Saturday, and then once we are back, we will start to do that whole like 2 streams on one week, 1 stream on the other. I actually saw your schedule, Azzy, and it kind of reminds. I feel like we are trying to do like a similar kind of pacing with our streams. So I think we should be both quite like at home with that. So like for me, it will be Tuesdays and Saturdays, right? And I will go with every other Tuesday first and then every Saturday. And we will see how that goes. I may want to swap it around to be like every Tuesday and every other Saturday. We'll base it on how we feel about it. But yeah, I feel like overall, the whole experience of streaming and things has been really nice and wholesome, positive, nice and chatty, which I really appreciate. Like, it's been so nice that every stream there has been like things that we can talk about and like conversations that we can have. And I'm really grateful for like that ability to just keep talking throughout a stream. Because the worst thing for any streamer is always that worry that like, oh no, no one's gonna say anything, and then like, what do you do? Just play your game. So, thank you very much. Just working on your mom's support characters. Oh, I see. So like, do you feel like that's gonna be a relatively fixed schedule for you, or is it something that you're still gonna experiment with? Okay, speaking of experiments, let us try and color our half walls. Just the tops of them here. Ooh, this is gonna take a while. Okay, so all white first. You just yap. I feel like I'm okay. I'm better at it now than I was when we were last streaming. Like everyone tells me otherwise, but I feel like I, at some points the last time I streamed, ran out of things to say. And I think it's also because in the past, like when I used to stream, right, I didn't think through about, oh, what interesting thing happened in my life before I started streaming. I would just sit down and be like, okay, yes, time to stream, streams. And it does help, I've realized sometimes, to at least sit down before your stream and be like, okay, what happened in the last few days that I might want to talk about, and at least know that that is a potential thing to bring up. Because I'm not the best at remembering what happened to me, like if I don't think through it first. So I think that's why it's been easier to like remember all of the things. You're trying to see how it goes and then may try nighttime ones too. Lovely, lovely. Well, if you ever do nighttime ones, at least I'll be there for the start. Because you start your streams, I think, what time is it? You said 8 AM Australian Eastern, right? So it's either... No, wait. 8 AM? 10 AM? I'm not sure, but it's... No. 10 AM for you, and then it's 8 AM for me, or 7 AM. And I'm someone who wakes up at like 9. Or later, depending. So, yeah. It's tricky for me to be there right at the start, so I usually like just join in when I can. And then, if I'm not up to it energy-wise, I am there but lurking. And otherwise, I just look back at the VOD. So, yeah. Because it's 9:21 for me right now. Essentially. Oh, this fence is lovely. I feel like, okay, keep this aside. We will use that somewhere. Okay. Now, in terms of logically, like with flow, right? Which gnome would come next? Would it be from mushrooms to chicken? Because it's almost like nature, right? Both are nature related. So you can have like the flowers and things. And then your next gallery is essentially like chickens gone awry or something. As it's so late. 12:21? So you're in a different time zone from Rai actually. So yours is more like what Melbourne has, right? That time zone. Like Melbourne, New South Wales sort of thing. Mushroom from the ground and then balloon from the sky. Oh, okay. So you know what? Maybe the gallery... Because you see this goes up anyway. The gallery can go up, right? So, okay, last few things we will do. Because I feel like this will take time in itself, right? To figure out. But, ooh, how do we do this? Let's see. Because my issue is, I don't want, like, although I feel like maybe it's not possible to even not want that. I originally didn't want any structure that was taller than the archway entrance. But I realized as well that even if I did this, that's technically like the same height. So there's no real way around it. I think we'll have to do the double heights. We'll have to do the double heights. Sam is off to bed. No worries, Sam. Thank you so much for dropping by. We will try not to die in your absence. And have a good sleep. Thank you again. See, okay, wait. Brainwave moment. I want to... Oh, I really want this to work. Okay. Does anyone... Oh my goodness me, what is this? That is very creepy. Okay, no, goodbye. What was that? I'm guessing that's something to do with Strangerville or something. Now, do we have things that look like clouds? Because I want to do a sort of... like a levitating display where this is almost like... you know... like this. And then... you could have the chicken... and with the help of tool, you can like rotate them maybe change axis? Change axis? 15? Let's try. No. Okay, so minus 30. Right, and then you can elevate it by 1. So it's almost like the cow jumping over the moon, but in this case it's the chicken jumping over the what was the chicken fighting with? The mother plant. I've clearly not done that storyline in The Sims. But I guess I've spoiled it for myself. What's it jumping over? Jumping over the... How did the chicken die? Over the... I have a really dumb option. Where's the deep fryer that we had? Do we have a deep fryer still? This may not exist anymore. But back when I had that pack, I don't think I have it. Things were too expensive, not cheap. I see. No, but it needs to be like... Okay, unless I have a bag of cash, I feel like that exists. That's one. Any more things that are money related? A fire pit? Maybe, maybe. He was escaping because the floor was lava. The floor is lava. Something, something. This one's a weird song. Fire. Okay. And then... I don't know what... Where is this going? This may be just an experiment. Like, I don't know how feasible this idea is gonna become. What is this? Slatted awning. Ooh, interesting. The fire pit is... It's the one with all of the cardboard and things from Get Together, right? Let's try. Oh, also, I did want to mention, I forgot to at the start. Like, I was quite surprised at the number of people who wanted to see Sid Meier's Pirates, actually. I thought no one would care, because it's like an old game. But thank you for everyone who did say that they wanted to see Sid Meier's Pirates. I think, due to the enthusiasm, especially on YouTube's poll, we will do it at some point. It's just, I felt like I wanted to explore this series first. So we'll do, like, this, and City Skylines. And then, like, whenever we have a spare day, basically, let's explore, like, Sid Meier's Pirates. Because it's such an old game, and I did not expect anyone to care. Like, I thought it was just one of those, oh, it's my childhood kind of game, let's just play it if we have nothing else to do. But then on YouTube, it actually won the poll. So that was surprising. Ben was actually excited about Pirates. Oh, I see why he went to The Conjuring. He was like, oh, he didn't care about my opinion. It's fine. Just watch other horrors instead. Okay. What looks like fire? If this has like a black and red option, it does not. Okay, but this is a very lovely rug. Who is it from? David's apartment. Who is David? David's apartment. This one. Pierre Sim, good job. Really lovely. Oh, okay. Whimsical. Interesting. He's reading Warhammer. So I'm confused, like, cause he mentioned it was a D&D thing. So is it a book? Is it a game? Is it a, like, what is it? Okay, and then this was a trick, I think. I don't remember which one it is, but there is a certain lamp that you can use with the tool mod thing, right, to create flames. I don't remember which one it is. I need to look through. Oh, because if I can do that, we have the ability to create flame effects. If it's any consolation, he also leaves your streams to watch The Conjuring. He also sometimes leaves your stream to go into the room that you stream in to scare you. It's a tabletop game, but there's a lot of lore that people make games and shows and books about. Oh, okay, interesting. Because every time he has that that Discord thing be like, playing Warhammer this, I thought it was a game. Get famous? It feels correct. I feel like we had that discussion once. This thing, yes, we have it. Okay, hold up. So we need to let it light up first. There we go. So flame. And then, let's see if I can remember this. Elevate. -2. Okay, almost. 0.3. Right, and then we scale 0.5. Does that affect the flame? Okay, no, we have it. Okay, and then the question becomes, oh, It will take quite a lot of flames to make it look convincing, is what I will say. Because you can't increase the flames, can you? I used to do this for custom fireplaces. So you get this lamp, you create this effect, right? And then you can actually go in and place windows around it and create your own little fireplace. Let's see. Hold up. Melvin, can we get you to light this, please? Come on. Come on. Life waits for no one. Yes, run. See, at least he has a sense of awareness. Come on. Okay. Light it, light it. Now let's see what it looks like with a flame. Maybe we don't have to do that effect. Oh! Okay. Okay. Hold up. Oh, you know what? Let's just... Hold up. Build mode. It's not a residential. It's a generic. Because otherwise, it's gonna keep doing that, and I can't see the build. There we go. Play. 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 Oh, it's not moving. Has the game glitched? Hold up. Save. Save. Manage worlds. No. Okay, here we go. Look at that. So you come in from the... Okay, let's run through what we've done so far, right? So you come in from the entrance. The little rainbow archways. Although you can't really see the colors from here, but it's fine. So you come up, and then there'll be like a little Grim Reaper gnome greeting you. We'll work on this, like, next stream. And then you head down to your first gallery. So there's two ways you can go. You can go like front or to the right. I think, because that's where the lot ends, right? So when you head in here, this is the first founding member, the flower gnome, who died by mushroom. So you'll like walk here and witness the scene of the incident. Actually, the chicken one, that could be the scene. Like, that's just the whole area, right? So you'll see, oh, he, like, curiosity got the better of the gnome, and it ate the mushroom, thinking it was hungry. So there'll be a sign that explains it all. And then you head on over to here, which shows the founding member number 2, which is, we need funnier names for these, like, but hats off to the gnome and the chicken. And maybe there can be a, like a little corner on the here or something that has, I don't know, the various types of food that the chicken used to eat or something. Or maybe it had like, the chicken clan had a hierarchy system, right? And like this chicken was actually enemies with one of the other chickens, the turkeys maybe. So the chickens were enemies of turkeys, and then they were like fighting each other, and the turkeys actually set fire to their house, and then the chicken like couldn't do much to save the gnome or something. So the moral of the story is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So something along those lines. Oh my gosh, wait, basket. This is the cheap shop gone wrong, everyone. If it loads. Cheap shop, basket, eggs. I'm pretty sure there's a picnic basket or something in this game. Okay, this will be the last thing that we do, because I realized that, like, we're technically... Time is up on our day today. Miscellaneous decorations. Let's run through. Oh, not this. Okay, clutter. Oh, what just happened? Get famous. There has to be a basket. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. It might just be the fruit basket, but it's somewhere. I mean, that's a wicker hamper. I don't think that applies. Does that work? I feel like, no, we need a better one. That's not... Like, the turkey set fire to its like, nest or something. Oh my gosh. Wait. Does this work? Okay, no. This one's too literal. It's like, they wouldn't be in a pan. It makes no sense. Okay, but the wicker basket is an option. We need to explore. Okay, we might have to do the cheap shop at some point. I feel like there is potential in this game. Oh, this is nice. Okay, let's leave that there. Do we see wicker things? I don't see, actually. Like, there's no baskets of things. Oh. The worst thing is when I typed basket, maybe wicker. Wicker Whims love seat. There we go, there we go. Okay, okay, we have stuff, we have stuff. Not quite the shape I was hoping for. Because they had two, like... Yeah, no, I feel like this one works better. It's really gruesome though. This actually reminds me, I realize we're a bit like... We're running over, but I need to say this. There is a... like... attraction in Singapore that is like a theme park surrounding the Chinese interpretation of like the different layers of hell. It's an actual theme park, like you can look it up. It's called Haw Par Villa, like this. I don't remember what the translation of it is, but basically it's a theme park that just brings you through the 10 stages of hell, and it used to be really popular. And it still exists, by the way, just not in its like the form that it does. I think there used to even be rides in there. So can you imagine just bringing your kids there? Like, they'll grow up to be well-mannered and things, but still, like, traumatized is another word for how they would have grown up. Yeah, so there is... Oh my gosh, there's more chickens? Oh, okay, yeah. So we can have, like, this is a illustration. Oh, it's running away from the wolves. So it has the chickens and the wolves. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So you can have... Or foxes, I guess. So that can be a little display on the side that explains the whole situation. So the foxes and the chickens fought, and then, like, the chickens lost, clearly, because they, you know, their house got set on fire, yada yada yada. Chicken tenders, basically. Yeah, so... Yeah, okay, no, I think there is potential to explore that direction, so we will go with it, but... for today, I think that's quite good progress. We're using most of the space well, so that's like almost 2 done. I think the next time we revisit Build Roulette will be probably like a week and a half or 2 weeks from now, just cause of schedules and things. But hope you join us again the next time we do this. It's been fun getting back into Sims building, actually. I thought it would take some time to get back into figuring it all out, which it kind of did, but just running through all these crazy ideas of everyone has been so fun, and I love the feeling of like actually enjoying building and things again. So thank you so much for sharing this experience with me. We will be back again next Saturday because I'm going like for Chinese New Year's, and I will be like away for a week, so no Tuesday stream. But in the meantime, have a good rest of your week, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and we will see you soon.